What's going on, guys? Ryan Morris here with another video. And today we are going to talk about what happened on the first trade that we took on the brand new 200K FTMO challenge. And I'm also going to give you a sneak peek on the next trade that we're going to take. But before we get into that, if you're new to the channel, make sure to hit the subscribe button and make sure to hit the notification bell below. I am really trying to grow this channel, honestly. I've actually got a whole list of stuff that I'm about to order. Some stick lights, some cameras, some stuff like that. I know the videos are kind of grainy right now. There's some like shadows and everything going on. I mean, obviously this is what, like video number 3. So the channel's really just getting started. So definitely stay tuned, hit that subscribe button and turn on the notifications below. All right, so let's get into the first Bitcoin trade that we marked up yesterday. Obviously, as you guys can see, let's go ahead and share the screen here. We most definitely got stopped out. Like I said yesterday, it is all good if that happens. We're just going to get a better entry anyways. I said I was going to go pretty low risk yesterday on the entry. When I say low risk, I mean risk whatever you're personally willing to lose. For me personally, I risked a little bit more than I normally do. As you can see, I kind of tried to scale into some positions as price went further into drawdown, and eventually we got stopped out, and that's all right. It happens. It is what it is. The thing about trading is you've got to be just as good about your losses as you are about your wins, right? You can't get too high on your ups and you can't get too low on your downs. Okay. So yeah, I mean, starting off the account with the first trade set up as an L, yeah, it's not fun, but guess what? That's trading. Welcome to trading. It's all good. So let's take a look at what happened. And I really want you guys to understand why, I took the trade to begin with. So let's go ahead and rewind just a little bit to right around here, and let's go down to the 15-minute, and let's hit play for a little bit. So you see that structure right there on the 15-minute. Typically, you're going to have one or two scenarios happen here, right? And I was really playing for the first one that I'm going to talk about. Is you're going to have something like, this structure right here, then a retest, and then just a push down right after that. As you can see on the daily, there was a very aggressive push down on the day before. And so I was pretty confident that we were going to maybe wake up just a hair and continue that push down. That isn't what happened. What happened, obviously, is we got some liquidity built up instead. And we ended up respecting a zone, actually, that is on the left, which is right over here. And if we go to the longer time frames, you can see that that is a pretty strong zone that we're getting some reactions from. So I actually just re-entered this trade on the same exact short-term bias. To me, one of two things, well, really one of three things are going to happen. And I'm playing out really for the first scenario, okay, is we're going to respect this zone in scenario number 1. Let's go to, okay, you can put your stop right above here. You can put it right above here. You can actually wait for additional confirmation if that's more of your style. For me, I don't really like, staring at charts all day. So sometimes I'll take an entry a little bit early. Obviously, as you can see from what happened yesterday, doesn't always work out. It's okay. It is what it is. So if you wanted to wait for confirmation, you could wait for a shift to structure, right? Because obviously you've got the higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high situation on the short term. If you go down to like the 15 or the 30-minute, to me, honestly, what I see here, we just scroll out a little bit and we just clear all this, is I see two phases of the market right here. We've got expansion to the downside, and we've got consolidation to the side right here. All right. And typically what's going to happen is you're going to have what? More expansion, right? It's typically how the market cycles. So that's kind of the scenario that I'm looking for right now on this entry that I just took. It might be too early. So if you're going to take an entry on this, definitely do so with caution. There hasn't been a shift to structure on anything just yet. I personally have my stop right above this hour high. I don't really plan on looking at the charts too much tonight. So that's scenario number one. Scenario number two is we violate this zone right here, to which I will look for another entry at this little institutional candle that we see up here. Obviously, there is some IPA, in other words, inefficient price action that went on right here. Just because it's there doesn't mean it's going to fill. It doesn't have to, right? And one of the reasons of why I am pretty keen on a downside move is there has been a lot of liquidity built up underneath here, which obviously was swept at one point, but we're starting to build some ascending liquidity, or whatever you want to call it, to there. So scenario number one, we drop off from here. Scenario number two, we look for another entry right here. Scenario number three actually would get pretty interesting. And that might actually mean that Bitcoin ends up going bullish. I'm not super, I don't really see a reason for that to happen at this point. But if it does happen, that's okay. We'll shift our bias and we'll start looking for longs. But between now and then, I am still short side, and I still feel pretty good about this overall setup. So yeah, guys, we took an L on the first setup. It's all good. The second setup is obviously the same trade, same direction, same bias. I'm already in. Like I said, if you're going to enter, definitely do so with your own set of confirmations and with your own, I guess, attitude of caution. Don't risk anything that you're upset about losing. I think you get the point. So yeah, guys, that is it for today's video. Like I said, I'm really trying to get this into a channel that grows here pretty quickly. I'm investing into some new equipment. So if you appreciate the analysis, if you appreciate any sort of value that you're getting from this channel, hit subscribe, hit like, leave me a comment. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comment section as well. And I will see you guys in the private Telegram. Link is below. And I will see you guys in the next video.